More than 90,000 people have subscribed and the countdown to 100,000 has officially begun. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to celebrate 100K together. UCAS या the Universities and Colleges Admission Services जो कि एक UK organization है whose main role is to operate the application process for British universities के हिसाब से 4,50,000 students from all over the world choose to study in the UK each year. UK ना ही सिर्फ top rated destination है to study abroad because of its highly ranked universities, but many of our famous Indian personalities also studied in the UK, such as Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Amartya Sen, Soha Ali Khan, Dr. Manmohan Singh and Pariniti Chopra. आज के इस वीडियो में बात करते हैं why the UK is an ideal destination to study abroad, why the country ticks all the right boxes and why you should definitely consider the UK as your preferred destination. Let us begin. सबसे पहला फैक्टर है short duration programs, scholarships and value for money proposition. Yes, it may sound surprising given that the UK has a reputation of being an expensive country to study. But what if I tell you that a British Masters is a great value for money proposition? अगर हम numbers crunch करें तो a British Masters which is just 1 year in duration will cost you much lesser than most US and Canadian Masters degrees because they are 2 years in duration. Also, most British universities that are equally or higher ranked than the American and Canadian universities will be cheaper, factoring in the overall cost of tuition and living, making British Masters a total value for money deal. And to add to that, there are ample of scholarships available, ranging from 5 to 100% tuition fee waivers. Second important factor है zero application fee and no test requirements. So let us say we want to apply to 5 or more institutions, which in fact is a logical thing to do when applying abroad, so that you can make sure that you receive admits from at least 2 to 3 universities. So one thing which crosses most students' minds is the application fee. अगर हम Canada, US में apply करते हैं to 5 or 6 institutions, so on an average we can expect to spend around 25 to 30K total, but most British universities have zero application fee, saving you a lot of money. Also in the UK you can save a lot of money on coaching for IELTS, GRE and GMAT जैसे exams because universities may waive off your requirements and you don't need GRE or GMAT for most programs. Number 3, in the UK it's easy to switch field of study without worrying about student visa. So the UK is one of the few countries in the world that is very flexible and switching to a different field of study is possible. काफ़ी British universities will let you in with a master's program which may not be relevant to your UG degree because it is natural for many people to develop interest in a particular subject much later in their careers. So there are universities in the UK that will accept you for very in-demand programs जैसे कि data sciences, digital marketing, business analytics and others without a background in these subjects. The best part, a visa isn't a problem like Canada where it is very important to establish the overall relevancy of your profile to ensure that you get the study permit. Number 4, a globally recognized qualification. So I think this is the most frequently asked questions to me by most students. In fact, आज तक जितने भी webinars या events पे I've been a speaker for, I at least get 1 or 2 students asking me if 1-year masters from the UK is recognized. First, universities such as Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial and UCL that are ranked top 10 globally also offer 1-year masters. And I don't think I would need to elaborate more on this as graduates from these universities are renowned world over. Second, if you check the equivalency of a master's in the UK to Canadian or US degrees by WES or World Education Services, 1-year masters from the UK equals 2-year Canadian masters and US masters as well. And lastly, the UK isn't the only country offering 1-year masters. Many universities in Canada, Australia and Ireland also offer 1-year masters. Number 5, gateway to PR in Canada. Well, it may sound a bit off the place, but I personally know many students who got a British Masters and moved to Canada by applying through Express Entry. So as we know, under the Express Entry program, you get more points if you possess a master's degree, thereby increasing your CRS score. If you think getting a PR in the UK is tricky, well, there is always an option to apply under Express Entry for Canada later. अगला फैक्टर है पोस्ट ब्रेक्सिट अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स. सो गेटिंग अ ब्रिटिश पीआर may take time, but it is not impossible. Back in the day, EU students were favored by British employers because EU students did not require a visa to remain in the UK. But post-Brexit, things have changed. Now both EU and non-EU students will require a visa to continue working in the UK, which will immensely benefit students from all countries outside EU. If you have the right skills and qualifications to back it up, settling in the UK is not impossible. It might just take longer. So if you're thinking of studying abroad this year, I would highly advise you to consider the UK, given its outstanding reputation, a quality life, and ample work opportunities on offer. The UK economy is growing post-COVID, and the country is seeing a lot of investment in many of its sectors. You can sign up for a counselling session with one of our UK experts and carve a career of your dreams. A British qualification does take you places.